Good to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, I will call to order this January 10th, 2023 meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners. All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a brief moment of silence. Jamie, would you lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And all please remain standing for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel? Here. Commissioner Vogler?
Here.
Commissioner Boyd?
Here. We have quorum, row officer reports and comments. We have our treasurer, the illustrious Richard L. Rapone, with us here today. Richard, do you have any reports to provide the board?
I do, thank you. Good morning, everybody, and happy new year.
Happy New Year.
I'm happy to provide you with the year-end treasurer's report for 2022. And the month of December, we collected a little over $1.1 million. We started off in the year with the potential of a little over $31 million. I'm happy to say that we've collected a little over $29 million. And what's unique this year is this is the first year that we are at 94% of our collection rate. Historically, it's been 92%. We had 93% 2 previous years. This year, 94%. So great appreciation to our taxpayers, for providing us with the numbers, in regards to the county. The Lawrence County Tax Outreach, we collected over $922,000. That was also the highest we've collected since its inception. And dog license sold a little over $10,000, and hunting license sold a little over $11,000. I'm sorry. So, any questions regarding 2022?
What we had a total of a little over 31 million in collections. What was the general fund levy? Do you have that on you?
I don't.
Okay.
We can get that to you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. You get to break down the
You want
general
to break it
fund.
down in units?
Yeah, the library and the the debt service payments
Okay,
less than
all right.
pass through, but
We can get that to you.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Any questions for it?
Refresh my bad memory. The deadline, obviously was December 31.
Yes.
The thing I can't recall is if someone took their tax and their check and took it to the post office and it's postmarked December 30, let's say, and you
Yes.
get it on January 4,
Yes.
and that still counts,
Yes, we
right?
do.
Okay, you base it on the
On
postmark.
the post date,
Okay.
yes. And everything, So we always, yeah, especially when it's going into a weekend and we were off.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
I was just
we
going
give
to say
credit
that,
the
yes.
taxpayers,
Very good.
So,
Thank you.
okay, so as far as 2023, we're on schedule. I did meet with JR yesterday, the assessor, and he provides the file for the tax bills. He seems to be on schedule, barring no issues with the file, and we're looking like mid-February for the new tax bills going out. So the tax reaches have all been scheduled. We're good. Everything on the treasurer's end, all his responsibilities are taken care of. We're done. We're just waiting for the file to be created and everything. We're good to go.
Fantastic. Excellent work.
So-
Yes,
Good job as always.
thank you so much.
Debbie just walked in, so you may want to share the good news.
I have a whole packet.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I do. So, yeah, once again, thanks to the taxpayer.
Absolutely.
Like this, so I'm very appreciative of that. So, everything's good. Your pleasure.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Public comment.
Any questions?
Public issue, may comment.
Yes,
Okay, yeah, anything, any questions, just call me, same thing we talked about.
And I'm just sorry, help me out with your name.
I'm Katie Peterson,
Katie Peterson.
and I'm with the Eastbrook Mission Barn right now. It'll be Mission Barn soon. And I emailed this to you.
Yes.
Okay, do you need a hard copy too, or not?
We have.
Good shape.
Okay,
And you guys are in the, I forget what the amount is, but you're literally aligning them in the budget to Mission Barn. So you're in good shape.
all right, yeah, I just wanted to share that we have built 350 ramps in the 14 seasons. And this past Friday, we built our first one of the season. It was only a 7-foot. It was an emergency one. We don't normally build in the winter, but because of the circumstances and stuff, and it was so short, we could do it. And the reason it's called, we're changing the name to Mission Barn is because we are in the final stages. hopefully, purchasing the Praxair warehouse from the Holy Spirit Parish. And so we will have more space to build and everything like that, and to do the disaster recovery services, the other half of the ministry that have heat, hot water, and flush toilets in the whole building.
Nice.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're moving, your plan is to move from Hickory Township.
To Shenango,
They'll be in Shenango Township.
yes.
Okay, so it's just why you have to remove the name East Brooks, and
Well,
East Brooks in Hickory Township.
right, we could have kept it, but we've chosen to
Certainly.
take it off.
So it'll still be known as Mission Barn,
Yes,
and you'll be in Shenango Township.
yes.
Okay, great. Glad you stayed in the county.
Yes, oh
Yes,
yes,
thank
no, we had to, that was one of the requirements that my board and I said we had to, because we get money from you and from the Carolyn Knox Foundation, and both of those are county, money and stuff, so, and we have ministries, other ministries outside the county that build for us outside the county and fund it themselves, so all of the money stays here, so.
Absolutely.
We were discussing before the meeting started that our good friend Dick Craig is still.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still on my
Yes.
board and everything.
Excellent.
He is not building with us because of his health and
Of course.
everything, but he is still on my board, and he actually got a copy at the same time you guys did, in the email on Friday, but I normally have volunteers on Tuesdays,
Right.
so I can't come, so I'm like, let me just come to this one to share with you, so,
Absolutely. Thank you for
Thank you
stopping by.
so much,
Appreciate your work.
yes.
yes.
And we'll make sure we get you guys some dollars over.
Okay, yeah, and you were asking, 10 to 12, between 10 and 15,000, whatever is, we're very thankful for, so, but 10 has been the minimum, so. Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Fiscal and contractual, I thought we had some repository properties. Was I wrong on that one?
We
Okay,
have some for next week.
next week,
Oh,
Okay.
see, you're so on the ball, Vanessa, we
Yeah.
thought it was this week,
yeah. That's good, short as the meeting.
right?
Advertise bids and proposals, nothing, we do have an approval of an actually, anyway, receipt of bids and proposals, none of those, warrant registers, from January sixth, January third, and December 30th. And I'll give my colleagues a minute to check those over, and then I'll take a motion to approve the, warrant registers.
So moved.
Second.
The motion is second, any further discussion, hearing none, question on the motion. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Approve the minutes from Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. It's always the fun part, is remember to change this. Every year
I
we
know,
do
right?
it, you forget to change
I
the last digit. But I'll give my colleagues a minute to check those over, and then, again, take a motion to approve or make any changes as necessary and expedient.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second, any further discussion, hearing none, question on the motion, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, so I was like, we got a problem. We gotta fix something.
You remember that happened to me last week.
Okay.
Poor Morgan had to come.
I had already moved on to the next item on the agenda.
Minutes are approved, we're good.
Oh, my goodness.
No written communication, staff reports, do we have any member of staff here that has anything to report above and beyond what's already on the agenda? Commissioner reports and comments, Loretta, you're on deck first today, floor is yours.
Okay, just Happy New Year to everybody. We're starting things off, hopefully continuing to progress as we move forward. I want to acknowledge my cousin in Elwood City, who I found out over the weekend. Joe Ricciuti watches us every meeting, and he has commented on different things, so I wanted to shout out to him. Hey, and hopefully there are more people watching as well. And I want to thank my colleagues for helping out during my absence while I had a death in the family and was not available for many different meetings that happened in my life. So thank you guys very much.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Only thing I'll say is I'm glad to hear we have maybe more than one viewer. We can finally start saying viewers, which we've waited 3 years for that. Although we had quite a few in the last day's salary board. The only thing I'll note is, next week I will not be here. Someone, either Dan or Loretta, you'll have to chair the board in my absence. I'm gonna be down in Harrisburg at the governor's inauguration and, the ceremonies and celebrations following that, so looking forward to that. And that's all I have for today. Dan?
Hope you have an enjoyable time.
Yeah, it should be fun.
And obviously our sympathy to you and your family.
Thank you.
The only other thing I will note is that this afternoon, because I don't think it's on the list of announcements, we're part of the West Central Job Partnership Governing Board, along with the 3 Mercer County Commissioners, and we meet quarterly, I think.
Yes.
And we rotate between here in the Mercer County Courthouse. Well, it's our turn today, so at 1:30, we will convene the governing board meeting, and that meeting is open to the public.
Do we have quorum for that? Do you know?
You have some other, that's okay. Are you able to be here?
I can't.
Yeah, I'm able to be here.
Okay.
So as long as 2 of them, I think we'll be here.
Right.
Okay.
Don't worry
about it.
Okay.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Thank you, both.
Thank you. All right, on to the new resolution portion of the agenda. First on deck, this is carrying over from last year. Suspending our vacation policy for non-union and managerial employees. What this does is, and we've kind of graduated into this over the past couple of years. I think last year we went down to pay out 150 and maximum 7 days. Now we're just eliminating it. The rationale from this, from an employee standpoint, is the best studies available, the best academic research out there shows that employees who take their vacation time are actually more productive than employees who don't over the course of any given year. On top of that, from a mental health perspective, it's critical that our guys, many of whom work in departments, juvenile probation is an example of this, the treasurer's office during tax collection season is an example of this, work in high stress, fast-paced departments, whereby it's necessary from a mental health perspective for them to take those days, spend some time recovering. And so, we don't want to put into place an incentive that incentivizes them not to take those days. And so this resolution in effect does just that. I'll note, as you can see at the bottom, it does not impact vacation payouts that were earned in 2022 that are paid out in 2023. It only impacts those that would have been earned in 2023 and paid out in 2024. Because that's how the payout schedules work.
Yes.
Questions, comments on that?
No.
Vanessa, what number?
5.
Right, resolution 5. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second. The motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 6. This is retroactively approving the $100 holiday stipend to our employees. Obviously, that was already announced. It's
Right.
technical at this point that we did it, the employees. Did that hit? I don't know if that hit, Jamie?
Okay.
So that hit in the employees' bank accounts. Hopefully it's been drawn down at this point. But this is just getting something on the record showing that we have approved it for the controller's purposes and their auditing. Questions, comments on that?
Just a comment and a question. I'll note that while it is listed as $100, that the appropriate taxes had to be deducted from that amount. We had no choice there. But secondly, and maybe any of the 3 of you might know this, did the solicitor indicate that this is something that we can do? This is not a salary board matter?
Yes, he did.
Okay, all right, thank you. I think Mr. Rapone had a question.
May I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a question on the previous resolution as far as the vacation.
Okay.
Okay, does that affect employees who have carried over vacation? They plan on taking the days, not being paid out for them?
No, the carryover policy still is in the policy.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing we took out is the payout.
that happens in my office a lot of times because we're so busy. I can't give them, and so they carry over 3 or 4 days into the following year. They're not being paid out, they're used the days, actually take the days. That doesn't affect that going forward, does it?
No, we purposely kept that in there. I think they're still able to take 5 vacation, carry over 5.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But looping back to the $100 stipend, the only other thing I'll note is I'm glad that we were in the financial position
To be able to do it,
to be able to do it.
yes.
Happy to help the employees out in that regard. Recognize them for some of their efforts.
Absolutely.
But I will take a motion on that. Let's do any further discussion.
So moved.
Second. Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Jamie, yeah, I think you're up. Adult Probation Director Resolution for discussion, possible approval to continue to participate in the continuing county adult probation and parole grant. What do we have here?
It's actually our formerly known as granted aid. There's some changes to the state level, so I'm coming before you, the exact same thing, except the entity that now oversees it is the PCCD. It used to be the Board of Probation Parole, which now is part of the DOC.
Okay.
So internally, it's just the PCCD, the amount stays the same, funding stays the same. So I'm just looking to do everything through e-grants.
Fair enough.
The reason I'm chuckling, it's just a coincidence. We had salary board yesterday, and District Attorney Lamon Kusa referenced PCCD, and given the fact that we have folks who watch us,
Right.
we did ask him to clarify what
I will do the
PCCD is, if you could.
Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Any questions programmatically for Director Jim Drexler?
None.
Seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve 7.
So moved.
Second. Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next, and we do this every year, we have our court-appointed attorney counsels for juvenile cases and court-appointed counsels for criminal cases. For the juveniles, they are, and these names are provided to us by the, they were contracted by the county, but the names are provided to us by the courts. We have John Bondavingo, Larry Putinari, Deb Shaw, Carrie Flannery, and Jean Tempesta for the juveniles. And will be in effect from January 1 through December 31, 2023. And the compensation shall be $28,000 for each of them for the duration of the year. That actually results in net savings to the county by contracting these
Yes.
individuals. And I know at times, their caseloads might be upwards, they might hit triple-digit caseloads. I mean, these
Right.
guys are
That is-
working hard
Yes.
for their 28,000. Because otherwise we'd have to contract with them at normal rates. And I can tell you from the budgetary perspective, if we do that for some cases, specifically murder trials, that gets expensive. So I'll take, unless there's any questions or comments, I will take a motion on 8.
So moved.
Second with a question. Do we know why it is stating in here that with the
You read it.
exception of Attorney Shaw's contract, which will expire on March 31, 2023, any reason why that's the case?
Yes, that was at the request of
Right.
Judge Motto. She is getting moved into a different position.
Right.
And so she will carry out that and then move into a different position.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right.
The motion, any other questions? Motion and a second. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 9 criminal cases, Robert Barletta, John Bondavingo, Mike Bonner, Joe Kearney, and Kevin Lorello. Again, same term, same amount, but criminal cases as opposed to juvenile cases. Questions, comments on that?
No.
I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second. The motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Steelvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Up next, our truancy master. Truancy master, Susan Papa, at a rate of $85 per hour to be paid on a monthly basis, same as last year. And again, the term to run January 1, 2023 through December 31, 2023. And any questions, comments on that?
No.
I'll take a motion on 10.
So moved.
Second. Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Up next, and I think this is where the Deb Shaw comes into play here,
Yes.
because you can see that
Mhm.
Joanne Nene's only be doing the master services through March 31, 2023. And I don't know exactly how the judge has it envisioned. He told me a while ago, I just can't recall it right now. But it plays into this master role
Right.
here. But this is Joanne Nene through the end of March for $85 per hour for our custody master position. And I'll take a motion to approve 11.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
There you go, right there.
Here it is.
Entering into agreement with Deb Shaw through April 1, 2023 through December 31, 2023. She's going to replace Joanne Nene as the
Right.
custody master. Once that hits, again, the same rate of $85 per hour. So you let the story play, let the story tell itself sometimes.
Yes, absolutely.
In this case, it's Deb. But I'll take a motion on
So moved.
second. We have motion second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 2023-13, this is just advertised, the Savage Bike Trail's been damaged with some of the storms that came
Right.
through recently. This is just putting a bid notice out for Savage Bike Trail, bids due on January 30th, 2023. We're gonna advertise on January 17th and January 20th to make some repairs relating to debris removal, earthwork removal, et cetera, from Savage. I'll note that in the future, I doubt that this kind of contract would be necessary, as yesterday we did onboard that parks manager position. However, obviously, it's gonna take some time to both A,
Right.
get onboard that person, and B, get equipment in place to
Yes.
be able to do this type of maintenance. And so to that end, this is repair the trail with some
Right.
outside help. But I'll take a motion on that.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. This next resolution 14 is a budget amendment, which we are able to do. The county code was amended to allow us to do these in January. This relates to the salary board resolution that was passed yesterday relating to the combining of those two positions in 911. This just appropriates funding to cover the difference between what was budgeted, which was just the one position, and the increase. So actually, the next couple of budget amendments will do that. So 14, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second. Thank you. A motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 15, this relates to the sheriff's screeners increases. Again, the salary board took action. Now this board has to take budgetary action to make sure that those individuals are able to get paid out at a $13 rate.
Right.
But I'll take a motion on 15.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Vanessa, do we still need this 16,093? It looks like this was the public safety one that we did. Or is this is moving, this is moving in the general fund.
Yeah, you know what,
Do we need
Dave,
this?
Dave reviewed the transfer sheet and I just forgot to change the amount on the resolution. If you look on the tax, on the back side,
Mhm.
maybe he crossed out the last two items
Okay,
and then just made the, corrected amount up
Okay.
top.
so the 8343.
8343 is the total amount that should
Okay.
be on the resolution, so I'll make that change.
All right, and then we'll make this 16. Sounds like we do need to pass this.
Right.
And so, again, this just relates to some of the salary board stuff that we did yesterday with 911. And I'll take a motion on 16.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Question on the motion. Vanessa, please call the roll.
Commissioner Spielvogel?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyd?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. This next transfer is from Russo Contingency to Russo Insurance. Based on the terms of the lease agreement, we cover the cost of the insurance our part of the building. And so this just transfers some money to allow that payment to be made. This is an ARPA transfer here, relating to Director Bordenaro's request to use a small amount of ARPA funds to shore up our IT and our cybersecurity majors. Next one is all of it's the salary board amendments. So all the different actions that we took in salary board yesterday, you can see that these next two transfer sheets relate to those. Any questions on any of those?
No.
I'll take a motion to approve the administrative transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. No ordinances on the table for introduction or final action. We do have a number of announcements. Next commissioners meeting will be held on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023 at 10 a.m. in this room. Again, I won't be here for that. Courthouse will be closed on Monday, January 16th, in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There will be a planning commission meeting on Wednesday, January 11th at noon at the Elwood Historical Society meeting. There will be a prison board meeting on Wednesday, January 18th, 2023 at 12 o'clock noon in the commissioners meeting room. And as Dan mentioned, we'll have West Central Job Partnership, which is a public meeting, in this room at 1:30 today. Am I missing any announcements?
Nope, I
I'm
think we're
aware
good.
of. Any public comments? Anything additional from members of the board?
Yes, sir.
I will adjourn the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners.
Thank you.
Documents not gonna get moved.
All righty. Safe trip, Lisa.
Sign this one today.